Good evening, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Sean Stiles with a look at your very active weather that is heading our way. We've gone ahead and put out a weather impact alert as far as the next couple days. It'll start late in the day on Tuesday, tomorrow, and then last actually through Thursday, possibly even into Friday. So your Christmas Eve and your Christmas Day could be very, very wet. At least at this point, that's what we're looking at. So the rains could start as early as, say, 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. They will be heavy at times throughout the day on Wednesday. We definitely will probably have some flooding in low-lying areas. And if the rains come in really heavy in the morning, we've also got a high tide. So places like South Mission, where that high tide pushes back up against the storm drains, we could see flooding around there. And with that flooding, roadways will be treacherous to drive on, slick roads, as well as the flooding out there. So keep that in mind as you head out on your Christmas Eve to take care of those last minute things you're going to be shopping for. We've got a flood watch for all of San Diego County. You head north into Riverside and Orange County, Los Angeles, Ventura, Santa Barbara County, and it just keeps going all the way up the coastline as this is a major winter storm. Here's how it's going to play out as far as the rain coming in. Early in the morning on Wednesday is when we start to see it. There'll be some scattered showers overnight Tuesday into Wednesday. So tomorrow, as I said, by 9 o'clock, we could start to see a little bit of rain. The heavier rain sits offshore, but by the time we get into, say, about 2 or 3 in the afternoon, widespread heavy rain across San Diego County. Now, this storm could speed up, it could slow down, but at this point, we're thinking this is how it's going to play out. And the closer we get to it, the more accurate these forecasts become. But you can see widespread heavy rain from the Mexican border all the way up into the East County. And on the backside of it, steady rain. We're talking about rainfall totals anywhere from 1.5 to 2 inches along the coastline on Wednesday and then into Thursday. So there's going to be plenty of rain. We do see some clearing Thursday in the afternoon, but they'll still be unsettled conditions out there with this plume of moisture stretching all the way back to the Hawaiian Islands. That's why you're hearing the term Pineapple Express. This is also known as an atmospheric river, and you can see the brunt of it coming right into Southern California. Now, Los Angeles is going to get hit even harder than we are. And as you look at this by Thursday afternoon, we start to see high pressure build up over the Pacific, but there's some residual moisture in the atmosphere. By the time this low comes on shore, this will be wrung out, and we'll probably see another 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain overnight into Friday morning. Eventually, though, high pressure takes over and gives us clearing skies, also slightly warmer conditions for the, say, weekend, but for your Christmas holiday, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, it's looking pretty wet out there. Certainly plenty of rain coming down on Wednesday, lasting into Thursday. The rainfall totals will fall off and the percentages of that rain will also come down just a little bit. The heavier rain will be on the west-facing slopes of the foothills and those inland microclimates, and then that, as I said, will last on into Thursday. As far as where we are right now, we're at 3.5 inches of rain. That all came in the month of November. We have not seen any rain in the month of December. So when the rains do come, there'll be a lot of moisture hitting the streets, flushing all that bacteria into the storm drains and out into the ocean. So keep that in mind. Maybe tomorrow's the day you do your surfing as opposed to trying to get out there on Christmas Eve when potentially there'll be a lot of bacteria in the water. This is a live look from Mount Soledad. So the cloud deck has rolled in all the way into the downtown area. We're not seeing fog settling all the way to the ground surface, but it is making for some interesting driving conditions out there. If you're going to be heading out on the roadways this evening, keep that in mind. 60 degrees right now, and the winds are out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. I mentioned surfing. Big high tide in the morning at 10:01 a.m. of 5.5, and then it drops to a negative tide after we see the sun go down. So a big wide beach in the afternoon. As far as temperatures are concerned across the southwest, very mild air mass over us right now. Mammoth Lakes, Sierra Nevada, they're at about 7,500 feet. It's 50 degrees up there, 59 in Monterey, 56 in Santa Barbara. You head out over to the deserts Palm Springs, 66, 69 in Phoenix, and 59 in the Las Vegas area. So here's this big area of low pressure, big long wave trough set up over the west. This is the plume of moisture extending all the way back to the Hawaiian Islands. The low's going to dig down, really tap into that moisture. It'll pinwheel it right into Southern California. The low eventually comes on shore. That brings much colder air in. Snow levels will get down to about 6,000 feet in the northern and central Sierra, not so much here in Southern California. They could see 1 to 3 feet of snow, even more at the highest elevation. Snow levels here will eventually drop to about 7,500 feet. That'll bring snow into the San Bernardino and San Gabriel Mountains. There's the high pressure that I showed you starts to build in as the low exits and leaves the area. Here's your rainfall totals and how they build up. Watch how much rain hits the Los Angeles and Santa Barbara areas. Almost 4 inches in the Los Angeles basin, almost 5 inches around Santa Barbara. Here in Southern California, we'll eventually see that rain build, and we could see almost 2 inches here. Once this storm starts to pull out, look at the amounts of rain in the Los Angeles and Santa Barbara areas. They're just going to get pounded with rain, and it'll be heavy rain. Those burn scar areas around the Palisades, going to be a lot of problems with debris slides there. So we've got a weather impact in place Wednesday, Thursday, and we'll keep it in place until Friday just in case. Make sure you're prepared for all this, because we're also going to see a lot of wind. We start to see the dry out show up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By then, we'll see mostly clear skies and much warmer temperatures. Mountains, it doesn't look like snow for us here in San Diego because our mountaintops top out at 6,500 feet. So probably not any snow for us. It'll be mostly a rain event. But get ready, there is heavy rain heading our way.